Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Texas 50 Garden. My name is Jared. And this episode is going to be the fifth in a 5-part series that I'm doing on how to start a garden. The first 4 is looked at different aspects on how to start the garden. And this one we're going to be putting it all together. So I'm going to go out to the yard and I'm going to show you exactly how I put this garden together. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and measure our boards so we can cut them. And I have 3 8-foot long pieces of cedar. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one measure to cut 4 foot. So I have 2 8-foot sections on the sides. And then this one is going to be the end pieces, 2 4-foot end pieces. So just mark it. And so we can cut it. So now that we've measured our board, we're going to go and cut it. Ideally, you can use a miter saw because it's going to get that perfect 90-degree angle cut that you need. Or you can use even a hand saw or a circular saw to do this. So make sure you use your glasses and ear protection anytime you're using saws. So once you've cut your boards, take them and put them in the general vicinity of where you're going to be putting your garden. And then go ahead and take a drill bit, put 2 to 3 pilot holes into your board here to keep it from splitting, and then go ahead and put your screws in there. I like to use 3-inch screws, but I don't have any today, so I'm going to be using 2.5-inch. So once you've put the bed together, you're going to want to go ahead and make sure that it is equidistant to all the walls and stuff to make it more aesthetically pleasing. You don't want a crooked garden bed in the middle of your backyard. So just go ahead and measure it from the walls and make sure it's square with everything in the yard. So next step, once we have it squared in the yard exactly where we want it, we're going to go ahead and take some cardboard and some old cardboard, put it underneath the bed area so that the grass and weeds underneath it can't grow up easily. Once we put our cardboard inside the bed to prevent any grass from coming up, we're going to work on the exterior, the walking area, the walking path area. And for that, I'm going to take this is a 3.5 mil plastic sheet, put it under there so I can put my pavers on top of that. I don't recommend using, you see a lot of the garden fabric that has the holes and stuff like that. Those things tend to deteriorate really fast. So I recommend a high mil plastic for the pathways. So once you're done with putting the plastic down, you're going to go ahead and put your pavers down, and you're going to put them underneath. I'm going to put them underneath my cedar board here. And the cedar board was originally 5.5 inches, and then once I put the paver underneath there, that's going to make a total of 7.5 inches. So I'm only going to fill it up with 6 inches of dirt, so that gives me about 1.5 inches of room on top of that, so that the dirt's not spilling over and making a mess. So it's good to have that little extra depth to make it a cleaner bed. So now that I've put pavers down all the way around my bed here, I've got the wood sitting on top of those pavers. The problem is I have a little gap right here. So this is just a tiny gap, but just that little bitty gap is going to allow some dirt to go through this crack here. And so what I'm going to do to prevent dirt, keep it in the bed, is I'm going to get some cedar fence posts, cut them up, and then screw them to this board on the inside. That'll prevent the dirt from coming out of the bed. So now that I put the cedar fence posts on the inside of the cedar board, it's going to help it from moving back and forth, and it's going to prevent that dirt from coming out of the box onto the pavers. And so the last thing I'm going to do before I put the dirt in is take a 2-foot long rebar and stick it on each of the corners. I'm going to put it in the ground so this to make just in case I accidentally kick this, it doesn't go moving. So it's going to really stabilize the bed. So once we've built our bed, we're going to go ahead and take our Mel's Mix components and put them into the bed and mix them around. I'd like to do like a layer, kind of like lasagna. You put one part of this down, then one part of this, and one part of this, then mix them up, and then just keep on going until you're done. So that's all I have for y'all today. That's pretty much how you start a garden, at least in my opinion. So until next time, God bless and have a good day.